Studios is equipped to help you achieve it all. We use the latest technology to ensure that your recordings sound professional and polished, using high-quality microphones, preamps, and digital audio workstations. Our team of experienced sound engineers will work to achieve the sound you're looking for. Whether you're recording a band, a solo, a voiceover, or need a custom jingle, we have the skills to make your project sound amazing. Schedule a tour and meet with the pros today. Check us out online at TexasHomegrownStudios.com.
Gotta have that Texas barbecue, so stop on by when you're passing through. Bluffdale's best, don't need no teeth to chew. It's that Double D barbecue. Go see Dana.
Star Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios. It's the Morning Ride.
Hey, I'm Corey Kent, and you're on the Morning Ride with the one and only Jody Lee.
Who?
Hey everybody, I'm Terry McBride here on the Morning Ride.
Name sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Welcome back in. It is the Morning Ride right here on Texas Homegrown Radio.
Live from Texas Homegrown Studios.
Happy Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Man, it's throwing me off because, yesterday was first day back, so it felt like all day yesterday, it felt like a Monday.
I thought it was a Monday. And then my wife was like, it's Wednesday. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Thursday. Tomorrow is the last day of February.
Last day of February.
We'll be in March already.
You ever wake up, you got a voice like this.
Time's going by too
realize
fast.
It's the last day of February.
Time's going by so fast.
That's what it's like to drink Folgers.
I always heard that the older you get, the faster it goes.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't believe it. It's true.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
It's like, where's the time gone?
Somebody else, nobody told me that the road ages you twice as fast. So every year on the road is actually 2 years.
Misty was telling me about this old lady. She saw a video and she was drinking some like Cokes or Dr. Peppers or something. And
Yeah.
And this younger lady told her, goes, you shouldn't be drinking those. And she's like, well, my mom lived to be 109. She goes, oh, does she drink sodas like that? She goes, no, she mind her own business. Maybe you should try it. That's like something my grandma would say. But I did see a lady that was drinking Dr. Peppers like that. She was like 90-something years old. And her daughter's like, you shouldn't be drinking those. And she goes, yeah, all the doctors told me that, but every doctor that told me not to is already dead. Still alive.
I saw one. It was like when your high school bully announces your death, and it was like this lady, and she was like, Tina Megadoo. It was like, and then like she looks at like she said the name wrong.
I'm gonna be a fun old guy though. I think
for sure.
I'm gonna mess with people. They're one of my favorite shows. I love Betty White. If you watch videos of Betty White, she was hilarious. I saw
the queen of comedy.
I saw an interview with her, and it was like Steve Harvey interviewing Betty White, and she was just blasting him like he didn't even know like what to do, And Steve Harvey is supposed to be this Mr. Funny guy, He asked her, she had to answer or finish his questions, and one of them he asked Betty White. He goes, "What's one thing you never did in Hollywood?" And she said Robert Redford, like didn't miss a beat, and he went, "What?"
She could say anything she wants.
Yeah, she was hilarious.
She's allowed to
but
say
she
anything.
had a show, and it wasn't on for a long time, but there's still a bunch of them out there, and it was called Off the Rockers. And she took a bunch of her old friends that were actors, and they just went and did weird stuff to mess with young people. You know what I mean?
Betty White, dude, she's a classic.
She was great. The first of the show, it started off, and she had this huge glass. And she goes, "My doctor said I could only have one glass of wine." It was like this big.
She was awesome on that 70s show.
Man, Betty White was the best.
She makes anything she goes anything that she cameos in is great.
Oh yeah.
I hope they put her in Happy Gilmore too.
No, she's dead now. She died.
No, she died.
Yeah.
Betty White.
Betty White
When
died.
did she? What?
Yeah,
When did that happen?
like a couple years ago.
During COVID or what?
It was after, but yeah.
What?
Yeah, Betty White, she died.
Bummer.
She was awesome, man.
Yeah.
But she was hilarious.
I love the Snickers
And
commercial.
like when she was young, she was beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Like if you look at when she like started acting, like
absolutely.
I love Betty White. She was one of the funniest. But she was
Hilarious.
quick, like boom, like
She had a quick wit.
But I felt really depressed whenever I found out the age Golden Girls were on the show. Remember the Golden Girls where they
Yeah.
were old retired women,
Yeah.
and they were younger than I am now.
Seriously?
Yeah. Wow. It's really depressing when I found that out. Hang on, I'll tell you. I gotta look it up now. Like the. They made them look older, you know, to make it seem like they're older than they really were.
That's crazy. Who knew?
Like they were like, oh, I guess it wasn't that much, but still, like they were like 51, 60, around 60, you know, 51 to 60.
Okay.
But still, I'm 50. You know what I mean? Like they seem, when that show was on, they seemed like they were so old.
Yeah, but you're only you got like 50 years to go. So.
And the one that was really old, you remember the little bitty lady?
Yeah.
She was just as young as the rest of them.
Are you serious?
Yeah. She was like 62 when they did that.
That's crazy.
In fact, she was younger than B. Arthur was. And she was supposed to be the mom. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Craziness. It's depressing when you look at shows when you watch when you were kids and find out how old they were. You're like, no, man, they were old on that show. And then it's like, oh. Like on Lethal Weapon,
Yeah.
whenever he's like, I'm too old for this shit. And he was having retirement. He was trying to retire from the police or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like 42 on the show. Like his character was like 42. It's like, I'm too old for. I'm like,
When did that become retirement age?
yeah, it used to be. What? It ain't no retirement no more.
There ain't no retiring in this business.
Yeah.
You know, just ask Bob Dylan.
I seen the guy at the hospital, or not the hospital, the clinic when I went to see my doctor.
Ask
And,
Billy.
I overheard him talking. I like to listen to people. I don't like eavesdrop, but sometimes you just hear people.
Better than TV.
And he said he retired. There was this guy. He was like, I don't know, like what was wrong with him, but he had a mental thing, but he was hilarious. He just said he was so honest. He would just say whatever he was thinking out loud, and his mom was like, shh. You know, like he goes, that baby sure cries a lot. You know, and the mom's sitting right there, and he's like, probably because they let it hit its head. You know, it was loud, but he goes, but this old man, he knew this old man, and he goes, he's working, and the guy said, no, I just retired, and he goes, you're tired again, and the guy goes, what, and he goes, you're retired, and I'm like, that is genius. I think maybe he was autistic, you know, or something, but dude was hilarious.
That's awesome.
But the mom did let the baby fall and hit her head, and he just said it out loud. Like everybody was thinking it. I'm like, this guy has the life. He could just say what he's thinking, and no one gets mad.
Awesome.
He was like, that baby sure cries a lot. I'm like,
Probably because you dropped it on its head.
Baby's really loud. Parents keep dropping it on its head. I'm like, wow, it's great. It was.
Wait, I got dropped on my head.
That dude, I was like, this guy's got it figured out.
Paint chips taste good.
That was but yeah, that was my excitement at the clinic. But I never thought of that because the guy said he's retired. He goes, "You're tired again?" I'm like, it is retired.
Oh, good.
It's like refried beans, you know?
It reminds me of. Have you ever seen that movie Airheads?
Oh, I love that movie.
He's like, "Did you eat a lot of paint chips as a child?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Oh."
Van Halen or Van Hagar? He's a cop.
They sold a lot of records when David left the group.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh man, it's a great movie.
And then they called him Chester. And then like
Chester.
they said he's a nerd, and then it's like, I'll play Dungeons and Dragons.
Coming at you smooth talking DJ Rex. Good stuff.
I think the one guy that was in the crowd was actually Vin Diesel.
Lone Rangers. There's 3 of you. You're not exactly lone.
You know the what's that guy's name that was the main guy? That was Chaz. Brandon Fraser.
Yeah.
I saw a deal where Adam Sandler is the reason he got that part because they
really?
almost didn't let Brandon Fraser do it, and so Adam Sandler said, "If he don't do it, I'm not doing the movie." And Adam goes, "I wasn't even anybody. Like he was just on Saturday Night Live. That's it. He hadn't done like his own movies or anything." And he like pulled rank, and he was like, "Well, if he don't do it, then I'm out."
That's cool.
And then he said he was sitting at home going, "I'm about to lose a movie role," you know, like. But they listened to him and did it. But that movie wouldn't have been good if it wasn't for that cast. Like,
Oh yeah. Wipes his butt with his record contract. I love this guy.
I know. I was like, man, I wish somebody come take over our station,
Right.
Because I was on the air at the time when that movie came out, you know. And I thought that would be awesome. It almost happened to me, but it turned out to just be a crazy guy.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was. I think I told you that story about the guy that came and stepped in front of me and just put his hands on the table. I was like live on the air, and normally we had. So at K-Cub, there was a window in front of me, and there was a window on the side where the receptionist sat, right?
Yeah.
And then the offices were all in the back with the salespeople and stuff. Well, this particular day, the receptionist, Glenda, she wasn't there. And it was just me. And like everybody was in a meeting in the back. And there's people there just not up front. And this crazy guy walks in. He looked like Nick Nolte or something. Got his hair sticking all up, and he's a big dude. And he just walks in, and I see him, and he goes past the desk, and he comes and he opens up the door to the studio and walks in front of me and puts his hands on the desk, and he's just going, and I'm live on the air, and I'm like, so this crazy guy just walked into the studio and has his hands on the desk. He's making weird sounds, and I just turned the mic up, right? And you can hear him going, like, I wished we would have had cameras like we do now.
What?
Yeah, it would have been, I mean, I would have been viral if it was like.
That's nuts.
And he's just sitting there shaking. Like growling at me. And I'm like, if anyone in the building is listening, I really need some help. Could someone please come to the. So I keep saying it, and they hear it over the speakers, right? Because there's speakers throughout the station. And so my boss calls the cops. And like no one comes in there, and I just stay live. Like I'm like, this is great radio, right? Like what? Like I'm not gonna go to music song. Like why would I go to music?
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah. What if something happens and I went to music and everybody missed it, right?
Right.
I felt like this was like a Joe Dirt moment. Like I got to hear the rest of the story. Dude never said a word, just growled. Like I was asking him questions. I'm like, who are you? And he's like, I'm like, what do you want with me? Are you gonna kill me? You know, like this is all live on the radio. And the cops come in, and he was so strong they couldn't get his arms off the desk. Like they were trying to cuff him, and they couldn't pull him off. He was like on something, you know, like he had that on something strength. Like it was crazy. But they finally got him out of there.
My jokes?
They finally got him out of there, and what it turned out to be, he was a vet, and he'd had like a mental like PTSD moment or something, and broke down, and it's like just freaked out, and no one knows why he came to the station. I think it's because he like wanted to come and say something. Like I always felt like this conspiracy theory, like maybe he, in his mind, he wanted to get on the radio and tell people the truth about something.
Yeah.
But he couldn't. You know what I mean? Like that's all I could think of.
That's crazy.
But yeah, the cops they took him away, and I'm like, well, that was interesting. Now back to the music.
And now
now
for the
we're-
rest of the story.
And I'll return you to regular programming.
It's crazy.
It was. I had a lot of weird things like that happen,
Man.
but that was the weirdest. I thought it was getting taken over. It could have been. He could have took over the station, and I didn't know if he had a gun or what was going to go on.
Right. This is Jody Lee.
Sorry,
off.
sorry I didn't play your song.
Yeah.
It was nuts. I was scared, but I was also like interested of why it's happening. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy.
But you know, I always wondered if people listening thought, is he making this up? You know what I mean? Because there was no proof. Like now we have videos, so you could see it. There'd be
Right.
proof. But on radio, you could do whatever, and no one knew if it was. Just like when the guy faked the UFOs coming in the world, you know, back in the old days. That's still legendary.
Paul Harvey.
No, and Paul Harvey. It was somebody else that did the War of the Worlds or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a joke, but people believed it.
Yeah, there was
because it was
panic
so
in the
real.
streets.
Yeah. That changed radio forever of what you could actually do because
Yeah.
he scared a lot of people.
Yeah, there was people with.
But you know,
tinfoil
I was
hats
thinking
for
about this
sure.
the other day. I don't know if I still have it. I don't think I do. But when I first started in radio, like I had to take classes. I had to get a license.
Wow.
Like when I was a FM radio DJ, when I first started, I had to get a license from the FCC.
That's crazy.
Like I had a card that said I was licensed to broadcast over the airwaves.
That's crazy.
I don't know when they stopped it, but you don't have to do that anymore.
You don't?
Anybody,
You still have that license?
Anybody can. No, I don't think so. I was thinking about
Dude,
the other day.
that
That
would
would
be
be cool,
cool.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I wish I still had it, but I don't think I do.
That's like it's like being an OG gold card member or something. You know?
Yeah, it was weird to actually have one of those.
That's crazy. But nowadays, you don't have to have that to be a radio personality.
No. But it was real serious back then. Like to get
Yeah.
into radio was hard. It's not like it is today. It was really hard. Like, and I had these guys teach me, like train me, you know, and they were like really serious. They were like, this one guy, he was like a freaking military guy. Like he was hard on me. Like he made me like do stretches. He's the one that would make me, before we go live, he would go like this. He'd go, A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y. Like he was like the anchor man. He was like the DJ version.
You would sometimes want.
He would do all these weird things. Like it was almost like Anchorman. He's like, oh, like doing all these weird vocal things before we would go on the air. And he'd go, you're not doing it with me. And I'm like, I was doing part of it. I did the why. I was like, why? Why? It was weird.
Oh, that's funny.
It was like a serious deal. Like the old DJ guys, you can ask Bill, I bet you, because like the old guys that started in radio a long time ago, it was like a very serious thing, like structure and how you talked. And
Wow.
now it's not. You can do whatever.
You can do whatever you want.
People think you're weird if you did all that stuff that they used to do. But you know, you had to do like all the tests. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. This was an actual emergency. You just have to read those things like ever so often. And,
Yeah.
and like when weather was bad, I remember one time I drove all the way from Lincolnville to the station in a Jeep with a soft top while it's hailing to tell people not to go outside because it's dangerous and hailing. I'm like, I'm getting paid minimum wage to drive in the hailstorm, to tell people not to go out in the hailstorm. This
At least
is
you didn't have to be a
dumb.
live reporter.
This
I'm live on the scene.
This is dumb.
This hurts.
I did one time. I spent a whole week iced in, and doing. I had the whole station. I was iced in for a whole week.
At the
And
station.
couldn't go anywhere, and I broadcasted all day long every day. It's kind of fun.
That is cool.
I was the only one that could be there, you know.
Yeah. So you just like come in after every song and just
Yeah. I'm like, well, there's another one for your icy day out here. And I even did interviews. Like, so I remember, I mean, I owned the station anyway. So it was
Right.
like, but it was when I had it in the Bosque River Center. So the only place that was open was the Dollar Tree. So I lived off food from the Dollar Tree for a whole week. And I thought, how weird is this that like every store was closed, but they made the Dollar Tree employees risk their lives to get there to sell stuff for $1. You know what I mean? Like, I told the lady, I go, it was just one worker, and I was like, you risked your life to get here to sell stuff for $1? She goes, yeah, I made that same argument. But she said, if I didn't come, they were going to fire me. So she risked her life on the ice every day. But I stayed at the station because it was bad. It was so bad. But I remember I interviewed like Cody Johnson and different people from the NFR.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, I told Cody, I was like, hey, man, your song is such a hit that it's become an actual saying. Is what do you mean? I go, it's like a slang thing now. And I said, this guy was up here at the Dollar Tree getting in some dollar stuff because it's the only store in town that's open. And I said, man, be careful going home. He goes, yeah, I'll dance her home. It'll be all right. I remember telling Cody that. He was like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, don't worry about the ice. I'll just dance her home.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. That's back when Cody would talk to me. He's too big now.
Oh, not
Big
in
now.
size, but
He's too big. Too big for me. That's all right. I'll talk to him on the way back down. That's what happens.
you can call him short.
They all get too big for me. I told Geo was one of them that happened like overnight though. So I had this old table I was trying to sell on Facebook, and he messages me, Geo does. He goes, hey, don't sell that table. I want it. I'll buy it from you. I was like, I'll give it to you if you want it. Just come get it out of my way. Never heard from him again. They got his record deal like the next day and was gone and hadn't replied to me ever.
You're kidding.
I had to sell that table.
Oh, man. He really wanted that table.
He wanted that table until he didn't need the table. Just like he wanted to be my friend until he didn't need me to be his friend.
Yeah.
It happens.
Stardom does that to people, it seems like.
I know. I've created a lot of them. Some just in their own minds.
So true. So true.
That's what I'm going to tell people when they go, what do you do for a living? I'll be like, I create monsters. I would have called it, instead of Rockstar Ranch, I would have called it Monsters Inc., but that was already taken.
Monsters Inc. If only Warner Brothers didn't have the copyright on that name, right?
I did get a message the other day. So, you know, the clip that I play for coming in sometimes, it's like, I think I really want it.
Yeah.
So every time I do that, I get a message. Like they make money off of it whenever I use that off
you
of
serious?
YouTube. Yeah. So through YouTube, like when I do that, Sony Pictures makes money off of it. But I got a message and it said that I could keep doing it, but they're making money off of it because it's their product or whatever. But it was like encouraging me to use. I said, that's smart.
It is.
Like they like, you know, because they try to ban you from using audio clips and different things all the time. Why?
Why not monetize it?
Right. I'm cool with it. Like, yeah.
It's the dawn of a new era, my friend.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's different. I've never seen that happen. But it was kind of like, yeah, it's cool. You use it. Just want to let you know we're making money on it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Killer.
I'm good with that.
Killer.
But instead of just squashing it and say, hey, you can't do that and muting it, because that's what Facebook was doing, was like just muting everything.
Yeah.
Why didn't music do that? You know what I mean? Like they mute everything if it's music. Why don't they just say, hey, pay the artists?
Yeah. Like
Use
set
it.
up and
You want to
count
use,
sp-
yeah, you want to
count
use this
spins.
in a TikTok or whatever? Cool. It counts as, it goes to spins. Like,
all they need to do is
That's what they-
analyze the frequency, you know?
but I think that's what they need to change in music. Like, you know what I mean? Because people aren't making enough off of Spotify.
No.
And it's not even like worth it. They need to change the way all that works, because like the digital age has changed so quick, so fast. But they need to find a way
That's
to
true.
make the artist money. But
That's
if
very true.
other people want to use your song, it's going to make your song more popular. It's going to make you a better.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what happened to like Zach Top and a lot of those guys. They got their fame off of social media. Hudson Westbrook,
Yeah.
you know. So why not get monetized if somebody uses it?
That's a really good point.
You're welcome. Just remember, I threw that out there before it happens.
Heck yeah.
I come up with all the ideas, and people take all the money. I'm surprised there's not for briefs.
Hashtag Elon Musk
I'm really surprised for briefs aren't out there yet, but
for briefs.
I really am. I really thought somebody would create those already. I mean, this seems like a no-brainer for scented underwear. Could save marriages.
Oh man,
Just trying to help the world.
that's right.
I'm like the redneck Elon.
Like a redneck Elon. Oh man, I'm
I'm just
really
like
excited.
Elon, except I don't have the money, but I have the ideas.
I'm really kind of excited about the future because, like, I see all this stuff going on. Like, there's flying cars about to hit the market in mass. They've already got
They've
over
known how to do a
100,000.
lot of things, and then companies keep them from ever putting stuff out.
But I'm excited because it's all coming to fruition. We're going to end up having like flying cars on the market and Teslas and all that stuff. You know, and electric
That
cars.
scares me.
And then I can go and find like a '69 Camaro for like $2,000 at that point because everybody don't care about that anymore. They're trying to spend $200,000 on a
No,
flying
there'll
car.
be some guy that takes a flying car and puts a Camaro body on it.
Probably right.
Think about it though; it's already got the bird on the hood. It'll be the new Smokey and the Bandit, but in the air.
Trans Am.
Did you see that thing I sent you from Dylan Steen with a hawk flying with the
Yeah.
bee's nest? I was
That was
like,
nuts.
that was so weird. A lot of
After
things weird
yesterday?
happened to me yesterday. Right, so Clayton was like, pulls up his phone and he was like, "Oh, so and so died." And when he said that, my phone was on the same exact thing that his phone was on, right? And it's like, man, that's really weird. I feel like something weird's going on. And then that's when I got stung by the mystery thing.
Strange.
A lot of weird things were happening.
What if that was like what if like whatever stung you had like an antidote thing that's gonna like heal you now and like you're gonna be like
That's what I told him. I said,
stronger,
maybe I
like
get like
Spider-Man?
superpowers.
Yeah.
He goes, well, what if it was a scorpion? And I was like, well, I guess I'll be the Scorpion King. Yeah. I don't know.
The scorpion.
I'll take any powers I can get.
That's awesome.
What if it was like some like stupid bug? Like I would get so stupid. I'd be like a roly poly.
What's your superpower?
I can roll up in a ball.
I can roll up in a ball and go down a hill really fast. Shows you going down a hill and hitting a tree. Bam! Ow! Ah! Ah!
F you, Kenny Rogers.
Legendary moment.
The grain's for sale.
Yeah, what a shame.
I know. If anybody's looking for a restaurant, there's a good one in Hamilton.
I miss the old days there because the steak buffets were legendary.
Oh man.
Freaking legendary. I used to go get taters and steak and green beans and be set.
I know.
And not go get more. Man,
That was a good place.
that was my favorite.
With Justin Caraway.
Thanks a lot.
Sheriff.
Thanks a lot, Justin. Doesn't care away.
It took,
Doesn't care about us anymore.
it's hard running a restaurant.
It is.
It's a lot of stress.
He's a good feller, though.
He's doing great though. He's got his own bait company.
Right on.
Selling bait, fishing baits.
Yeah, he's up in Adamsville, right?
He's Evant.
Evans.
That's where the main place is, I think.
Oh, okay. I knew it was closer to Lampasas.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
That's cool.
We'll be going to Lampasas before too long.
That's right.
We got
Burleson,
we got a couple
1883.
dates booked up to go play there again. They've been doing a lot of work on the place. I've been watching. I talked to Jody the other day and
That's killer.
putting a lot of work in out there, building lots of cool stuff.
That's awesome.
I love that place.
It's pretty great.
Also, this Sunday, don't forget, we're going to be on a radio show. We're going to go crash Michael White's radio show,
Killer.
and that'll be Real Texas Radio, and they do that show. Rhonda and them do that show for him, that live acoustic show over at the Rick House.
Yeah.
So I hope to see everybody out there. Hope see Amy Alverson, give her a hug. And
What time are we going on up there?
I think it's 4
4
o'clock, something like that, 4 to 6, I think.
Word up.
He just sent me a flyer on that the other day. But that'll be fun. We hadn't done that in a while. Did it a couple times.
Yeah.
Them and
that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Last time we ended up partying with them army dudes forever.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. There was
Those
two
army guys that
tables
sat at the
full
table
of
with
army
us.
guys. They were awesome, man.
Yeah, it'll be us and Jacob Ryan Marshall.
Cool, man.
And
He's
it's,
my cousin.
and it's 4 to 6. It'll be this Sunday at the Rick House Brewing.
Yeah.
And we'll be live on Real Texas Radio.
Excellent.
And plus, we got that new single out, Let the Horses Run. Go download that. I didn't even mention that yesterday.
Download on.
Get your download on. We're going to do send that out to radio to other stations.
That's right.
And
Coming
maybe
to
do a radio tour.
radio
So we may have to miss the morning show to go do some other radio shows, which that would be kind of fun to be on the other side of the desk.
We could still go live.
I could do morning shows and not have to push any buttons.
That'd be awesome. We could set up a live on your phone and just do it through. The
I should
phone speaker.
pretend to be like nervous, like the artists that come in. It's just how close do I get to this?
Yes.
This is how close do I get to the microphone? Like this.
No.
It cracks me up because musicians know like how close to get to a microphone to sing, and like most of them on stage are really like going, but something about radio and they'll come in and they'll be like, I'm like, get up close. And, oh, sorry. I'm like, come on, dude.
My bad.
Oh, there's old Double D again.
I don't know what to do. With
Hey,
my
and good morning.
hands.
Yaroslav Yender's on. Yaroslav.
Love.
Oh, man. That's a good dude right there. He said, warm greetings from Poland.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Double D agrees. He said, restaurant music is a hard thing.
Yeah.
And it is, man. You got to go out and support these venues that do live music because
Otherwise, they won't be here. Now.
everybody wants you to do it, but they don't always support it. So,
Yeah, you gotta go and support it back.
Yeah.
Because your favorite spot to go and listen to live music. If you don't support it, if you don't go there, if you don't patronize it, then it's not gonna be there forever. That's what made Green Hall so great, man. Is people are always at Green Hall. People take care of that place. They don't want to see it go.
that's the way it should be. You got to support those places like Double D Barbecue over there.
That's right. We need people to keep these places alive so that they can stick around forever and become a legend.
I'm a pool guy,
Playing some pool.
pool cleaner. All right, I got to get out there. Hey, there's Cynthia. What's up? She says, hola, señores.
¿Qué estás haciendo?
I feel bad. Missed her interview that time I was sick.
Yeah.
I forgot. But you got to see
She was
him.
awesome.
You got to see him, didn't you?
Yeah, they came in for a minute. It was. I had forgot to get hold of them anyways, but I had a session going during that.
Oh, yeah,
so the
that's right.
session was just about to start. But
Yeah. I
some
messed that up.
coffee and
That was
stuff.
my fault. Cynthia, I got to make that up to you. So come back and see us and bring our best friend, our BFF.
Heck yeah,
Neil Cohen says, I can confirm Dana busts his ass. Yeah, we all know.
that's the truth. That
He,
is the
he
truth.
does, like he said, he goes, I do a lot of work without pay. Work many months for free to make it happen. It's not for the weak.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's anything when you're running your own business. You do a lot of free work.
Yeah. You want to hear some sob stories? Let me tell you about radio for 30 years. Try having a radio station. You think that's bad? Working for free. Jeez. I spent so much time. I wasted a lot of time, really. Like, I would spend so much time doing production and making stuff to sound cool for the radio, and I don't think anybody cared.
Yeah, they did. They cared more than
think they
they
did.
care more than you think.
No, but I spent a lot of
Because
time.
like if I turn on like radio nowadays on some of the FM stations, it's just so like.
I need to get back to it, I guess. I mean,
When I listen to Texas Homegrown Radio and all the funny liners are like the icing, man. That's like it makes it great. It makes it even better.
well, I didn't think it was like worth it, but then when there were some things I made that I feel like I still.
we just made that up. So how's that work?
There's some things that it made it feel worth it, like the Taylor Swift one. Like that took a lot of work.
The
I spent a lot of hours. Let's play that. I haven't played that in a
the
while.
Taylor Swiffer is
I feel like I haven't played
legendary, bro.
that. We'll do this before we get out of here. Here's one of them I spent a lot of time on, and no one realizes like how much time radio people spend to make you laugh for 2 seconds. But But this has been a while, and it's still relevant.
hits.
Yeah,
It still hits.
it's Here's Taylor Swift.
Dirty floors? Not a problem with the new Taylor Swiffer.
Hard floors, maybe they need cleaning. I know what will leave them gleaming. The new Taylor Swiffer mine.
Yes, the new Taylor Swift.
Lightweight, easy to carry. Picks up messes that are hairy.
Thank you,
and
Taylor.
Dust and dirt and other things that you've got.
Taylor, they've got the idea now. The new Taylor Swiffer. It just keeps going and going. Just like you know who.
Walking all around
Taylor,
in
stop
their
singing. Enough, Taylor.
socks.
Shut up.
It's so tight in
I feel like it won't be long till there'll be a song about Travis Kelce.
Oh, yeah.
When they break up.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. Cynthia reminded me when I first met Cynthia Roush. I was at the awards show, and I'd won an award. Like, I wasn't paying attention because I was talking to everybody.
Yeah.
I wasn't even at the table, watching the awards. I was just over visiting. I think it's Kevin Fowler's fault, actually. So then I started making up these awards. Like, everybody walked by. We called it the Falsey Awards. So I took my trophy, and I would make up an award like, best hat of the evening goes to.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Best female impersonation of Tom Petty goes to. Like, I would just make up these things, and then people would take pictures with me for the Falsey Awards.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And Mike Underwood was like, and the best record store in the stockyards goes to Mike Underwood. He goes, I'm the only one. I'm like, still the best record store in the stockyards.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
The Falsies were more fun, I think, than the actual awards. And then Dave Smith told me not to do that anymore. I'm supposed to got to pay attention. But that was before it was at a big venue. Like, now you couldn't really do it at the Arlington, Texas Live.
No.
That's pretty fancy. It gets fancier every year. In fact, that's coming up soon. End of April, we'll be there.
Oh, killer.
For the Texas Music, the triple T3R Music Awards, Future Faces show, and then the next day the award show. So I think tickets are still available. But
Again, we need your vote.
not anymore. Voting is over. But we are still in the running, so we'll see what happens.
Homegrown radio.
We'll see what
On
happens.
the original. First positivity. Real artist.
I don't think they'll let me win again.
Billboard charting. What are they going to do? Shoot me?
That was good. We won the video. No one did videos this year.
I know.
I think we ended it.
That was the last one. It was like, nobody's going to top that. Like, how do we top that?
Oh, man. Well, we got to get out of here. We're out of time. We'll do it again tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow's what, Friday?
Tomorrow, Friday.
Or is it Wednesday? No, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Last day of February. We'll be back. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Love you. Until next time, take it easy.
And if it's easy,
take it twice. We forgot to do that yesterday.
I turned it around on you then.
We forgot to do that yesterday.
That's true.
Getting back in the saddle.
Excuse me? Excuse me? I apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now.
Well, bye.